Hey guys, my name is Stan. For those of you who don't know me, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while since we've posted any videos. You know, life has been very hectic. I've been traveling back and forth, but now I'm back home, and we definitely want to get this thing going again. So I want to say thank you to all my newcomers. And I promise, if you bear with us, we're going to be uploading more videos a little more consistently. And to my old followers, thank you for staying on board with us. We're definitely going to be uploading some new stuff. And I want you, people that are not following, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos. What I wanted to talk about was pretty much what the title says, my 4th year of living in Indonesia. I wanted to give an honest review about living abroad because I see so many videos where they just highlight the beauty, the glitz and the glamour, and it's really not that realistic point of view. So I did want to give my version of a realistic point of view of living abroad. So a recap for you new followers, I was introduced to Indonesia about early 2016. I'm in the fashion industry and I wanted to get into textiles, right? I wanted to get into more of the beginning and actually weaving fabric and stuff like that. So I met a gentleman online and he kind of taught me a lot. And also we kind of formulated a business together, and that's kind of how I started really visiting and, you know, investing in Indonesia. I had my own clothing store in Charlotte, North Carolina. I did a TV show and BuzzFeed and, you know, did pretty good. And I kind of wanted to put things together to where I was actually creating everything that I made from scratch. And being here in Indonesia, I found a way to do it, and I just love the process. I love the people. It was awesome. So I did a lot of back and forth. We did a lot of business, shipping, and stuff like that. And I was interested in staying a little longer. So I got my first house there in Central Java, Pekalongan. And I lived there for quite some time, maybe 3 months out of the year, 4 months out of the year, and then I would go back to America. Right after that, COVID hit, and then I got locked out from Indonesia for almost a year. I was home in America, just working and still getting stuff done, still servicing my clients. And then I met a young lady online. That kind of gave me some hope because it was really looking bad. My visa agent didn't know when they were going to open the doors again, and I'm sitting in America. I didn't own anything there anymore. I had my house in Indonesia, and I'm like, oh, I want to just get back. I can't wait. So everything finally opened up. I came back in. I met with my wife, and you know, everything clicked. Everything clicked. You know, she had a son, and she had her sister that she was actually taking care of, and we just, you know, everything was meant to be. I then moved to her town, which she lived in Surabaya, after I disposed the business in Pekalongan, and we lived there for about maybe a year, and then I'm like, hey man, I want to move to Bali, because we used to visit Bali frequently. So we moved to Bali, and we had an addition to the family, which was Catalia. She was like a breath of fresh air, you know. It was like, oh my God, I have a baby all the way over here in Indonesia. It was nice. It was the timing could not have been better. Fast forward, now married in our 4th house here since I've moved to Indonesia. It's definitely been a little struggle. You know, I'm not a tech guy, I don't have a remote job, I'm an entrepreneur, and you know, you really have to work to make things happen, especially when, you know, it's just a one-man business. You know, I have to try to keep contacts open and make sure I can service clients and stuff like that. So that's the recap of what's been going on since then. So this is not your average Passport Bro video. This is this is a family version of, wow, I left America and, I'm here, I'm stable. And I have, there's me, my wife, Khalif, Nikma, and Catalina. And, we're a family. And, family has its ups and its downs. And, being here in Bali, it just makes it, I don't know, from my perspective, it's different. Because, when you're home in America, it's like, man, I need a vacation. But I never feel like I need a vacation. I used to always say, if you live where your vacation, life will be a lot better. And it's honestly the truth. I don't have that underlying stress from, I need a break, from where you live. I'm here. Anytime I want to go to the beach, it's a 15-minute drive, right? Life is just different. The people, that was one thing that really drew me to Indonesia, was the people. And it's not like, I don't know, it was like you entered a 5-star hotel, and everyone was just helping you, and it just felt so homey. They were so nice, and and this is my experience. Maybe someone out there had a different experience, but I have not had a bad experience with the natives here yet. And I'm talking about living in Java Island and here in Bali. They've been so warm and welcoming. That's it. From my business transaction to all the friends that we've met via social media, the friends that we've met out, from the different restaurants and businesses, like, hands down, I haven't had a bad experience. Someone asked, did I ever experience any racism? No, I never experienced any racism. The most thing I can say is that people here are very inquisitive. They always want to know where you're from. They're gonna stare at you. They're gonna stare. They're gonna stare at you. And but I know where it's coming from. It's definitely, they want to know where you're from. So what I did to kind of counteract the stare was I would just say, hello, how you doing? And you would see their whole demeanor would change, and they would just carry on a conversation. And you can tell they're asking me, where are you from? What brought you to Indonesia? And once I told them, and they're like, wow, man, thank you. And I say, no, thank you. Thank you for welcoming me here in your country. So definitely the people, hands down, was one of the best things that ever happened to me here in Indonesia. The food. The food to me is very good. Food's very clean. You can choose to eat how you want to eat. I'm vegan, so I don't eat anything but vegetables. Of course, I do eat some rice here. I try to keep that at a minimum. But it's so hard because a lot of the dishes that we eat, they have rice. My wife, she's not vegan. So sometimes I have to say, okay, we'll go to your restaurant. I only eat vegetables. And when she goes to my vegan restaurants, she loves it. She loves the food. So we don't have that bickering and back and forth about where we're going to eat or what we're going to eat. The food to me is great. One of my best dishes is called nasi padang. And it consists of, with my choices, some potato, of course, rice, papaya leaf, nangka, which is jackfruit, in a type of sauce. It could be tempeh and sambal. The weather here is beautiful. I think about 4 to 5 months we go through a rain season. Some rain seasons isn't as bad as others. This rain season I've experienced, it's been raining almost every day, but that doesn't stop us. We don't own a car. We have two motorbikes, and when it rains, if we have to go somewhere or if we get caught out in it, we just pull over and we put on our rain suits and we keep going. Sometimes if we want to go somewhere and it's raining, we put on our rain suit and we'll go. Definitely when we go to the market, or if we want to go to the movies or anything like that, the rain doesn't stop many people here. So, as far as the weather concerned, I mean, it's like 85, 90 degrees all year round. It's beautiful. Like, I can't complain about the weather. I was tired of either snow or ice on the grounds or cold when you come out in the morning, stuff like that. I was completely tired and through with that. So the weather is definitely like a number one reason for me living abroad. So I definitely give that a 10. I give the weather a 10. I give the food a 10. I give my wife a 10. One thing that was a little tough for me to get used to was when I rented the houses, you would normally pay up front for 1 year, and that was the deal that I've signed in every house of the 4 houses that I've lived in. But maybe, I think 3 out of the 4, the landlord pretty much rented the house as is. All of them were clean, no bad damages. Only one of them that I really liked. It was huge, but they had a big hole in the ceiling and the roof, and they were like, yeah, this is it. They had there was dirt everywhere, and they were like, you would have to take care of this. And I'm like, whoa, no, I'm not doing that. I did have an incident in the first house that I rented when we went through rain season. The ceiling collapsed. But I was actually in America when it happened. And my assistant informed me that, hey man, the ceiling fell in, and So I told him to contact the owner and see what we can do about it. And she wanted me to pay 100%. And I said, no, I'm not gonna pay 100%. I'll do half, but I won't do 100%. And she agreed. So that kind of was that deal. But every other house that I've lived in, you are responsible for everything. And I mean major things. Not just like, okay, the toilet bowl, of course. But I'm talking holes in the walls, ceilings falling down, and major construction you are responsible for. That was something I didn't experience living in America. Unless you owned your own house. When renting, the landlord usually took care of those major damages. So the wildlife here is something that I kind of experienced early on in New York, but then living in North Carolina, I just got away from it. But we have what they call chichak, which is like the little gecko lizards that are in the house all over. And at first I was like, oh man, what's that? And living in North Carolina and Charlotte, I didn't have anything in the house. We didn't have any bugs. I mean, you'd have probably little spiders and stuff like that. That's honestly the most I had in the house. But here, depending on where you live and the house structure, there can be many different, you can have rodents, definitely you'll have the little lizards. Some places you may have snakes and the big monitor lizards, but we live here in Denpasar, which is the city, the main city here, and where we live, we don't find too many of the intruders. But as far as the wildlife here, it's pretty normal, other than the lizards. But in the South, in America, we've seen the little lizards as well, like the geckos and stuff like that. So it's not too crazy. I must say that as you get older in life, it just seems like I want to live a more simplified life. Something a little more laid back, where I'm not worried about too much of what I have on when I go out, or who's going to say something about me and stuff like that. And it's just, the quality of life. I can just go to the beach, I can get a massage, and those things are, they're nothing. Sometimes we'll call someone in 2-3 times a week for massage, or, we may have someone come up at the house and cook. It's just not an expensive thing anymore as it is in America. It's very expensive. So the quality of life, I think, it's definitely important as you get older, maybe, because when you're young, you're just gunning and going, and but as you get a little older, you kind of want to relax and probably have a better quality of life. And that's kind of but that's very important to me. So when I look at the lifestyle that I have now, which is a much laid back, nice, serene, and just what can I say? I live in Bali. Traffic is crazy. Mostly every day traffic is crazy, but riding on the motorbike, it makes it a lot easier to get around the cars and stuff like that. But when you have like 30 motorbikes at the light and you're fighting for your space, man, in the beginning, it was a little intimidating, but once you get used to it, now it's just like, okay, let's go. It's time to go. It doesn't matter if it's traffic or not, But that can be a little intimidating if you don't know how to ride properly. I've seen a lot of tourists get into accidents and stuff like that. But that's something new. Sometimes they're driving on the sidewalks, definitely going over the two-way lines, stuff like that. It don't even exist to them. But very aggressive driving. So that's one thing that it kind of was when I first got here. It was like, I don't know about this. But I just got back into my New York aggressive driving, and it was easy. As far as my relationship, actually my wife didn't know much English, and I didn't know a whole lot of Bahasa, which is their language. It was a little tough. Thanks to Google Translate, and just sitting down and really taking our time to communicate. We've bumped heads several times, and that's almost regular relationship stuff. But for us, it was definitely communication of, a lot of misunderstandings. And we both had to learn, and we learned quickly. Like, it is incredible how we both learn each other's language a lot quickly. That was definitely an uphill battle for us in the beginning. Now it's like nothing. I'm not fluent, but aku tahu sedikit bahasa. I know a little, enough to get me by. And my wife, she's definitely picked up a lot, and she picks it up a lot easier than I do. I guess this is an old brain, or I don't know what it is, but she picks it up a lot easier. Overall, I really rate my review very high, like a 9 out of 10. That's my experience, and that's my honest experience. Me living here in Bali, and like I said, everyone else's experience may be different, and everyone else's reason for being here may be different. It's definitely been a lot of lessons, and a lot of new faces, and just new, everything just new. And for me, I'm definitely here for it. I'm enjoying my experiences. I'm enjoying my family. We have fun. We're a family. Things happen. We get in arguments, so on and so forth. But it's definitely different. It's definitely different. My review, like I said, 9 out of 10. I'm loving it. This is my new home. I don't intend on moving anywhere anytime soon. Maybe we get a house back in Java. But for the most, my wife and I, we enjoy living here in Bali. The kids enjoy it. And, even with our ups and downs, we're still here. And we love where we live, and we love our family. So thank you for watching this video. Remember, for you that are not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get this page up and running. Definitely, our first goal is hitting 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you will know when we upload another video, and share. And please, guys, please enjoy life while you can. Thank you.